Coffee and, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsockеtradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
It is Coffee and here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Joe Callahan. It is Monday morning. It's August the 25th. Thanks for being there with us. And joining me at the Coffee and table from the Do You Remember program, let's say good morning to AJ. Hi, AJ.
Well, good morning, Joe.
Nice to have you here with us.
Well, thank you so much. Nice to be here. It's good.
I know it's not a Tuesday. It's a Monday. It's kind of throwing you off, right?
It's good to see you again.
You as well. Where's Gary and everybody else? But okay. Dave Richards will be popping in and out, and we expect Melissa Murray to be joining us momentarily here on the Coffee and program as well. So other things to get to that we need to talk about. Right off the bat, we're going to say congratulations to the Fairfield, Connecticut Little League World Series team. Went all the way down to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Only lost one game. Of course, it was a big game. They lost to Las Vegas and for the United States Championship game. And so they didn't go for they didn't play against Chinese Taipei. Las Vegas did that. So they got the consolation game. And they played Aruba in the consolation game and won. And then Vegas lost to Chinese Taipei. So basically, if you look at it, they're third in the world.
Third in the world.
for Little League Baseball. Like, is from Fairfield, Connecticut. I'm like, yeah, wow. Good for them. Huh?
Yes, congratulations to them.
Yes, I think that's fantastic.
You know, it's hard to beat those teams from the countries that are warm because they play all year.
Yeah. Warm countries like Aruba.
Like Aruba.
And Mexico and things like that. They play year-round.
They play year-round.
Up here in Connecticut, we play from... Well, usually they start in April. Right. I don't know. Did your kids play Little League Baseball?
My kids did play Little League Baseball.
Well, then you must remember how wonderful it is sitting in the stands in April for Little League Baseball, how ridiculously cold it is.
Oh, absolutely wonderful.
And I've talked to other broadcasters, other different stations that have done baseball in the spring and football in the fall, and I've asked what's worse weather-wise. They said, spring baseball is it's torturous. It is so cold out there. It's so brutal. And from playing in it, you always had to figure out how to pick the right uniform, but you had to go like 2 sizes up, so you could fit a sweatshirt and sweatpants under the uniform,
right?
So it wouldn't be too tight. So because it was just going to be. You just knew it was just going to be ridiculously cold, and it always was. And so you play from April, to about August, and things do start warming up for you. But these teams from Texas and California and Florida, they play in 60-degree weather and up all the time.
All the time.
It's just,
I feel bad for the kids playing in April. The kids around here, I mean, because
it's brutal, and it's tough. It's tough catching the ball. It's tough hanging on to the ball. And sometimes when you hit the ball, if you hit it incorrectly, you get what's called the bee stings off the aluminum bat, and you just get your hands just vibrate for the next 5 minutes.
Well, that can even happen if the bat is cold.
Yeah. And you bang, it's like and it hurts. You get to rub your hands. So
right.
Anyway, so it's tough to play Little League Baseball, softball too. The girls play the softball, and it's just tough to play it up here. And I always thought, it hasn't happened in a while. University of Maine in Orono used to have their baseball team used to be in the top 10. I said, how is that possible?
Really?
Playing up there. It's like, I go, that's just, it always amazes me.
It doesn't warm up there until August, and then it's cold again in September.
Yeah, you get 2 weeks of summer.
Right.
There you go. We're all there. We hope you enjoyed it. All right. So congratulations to them. And big news here in the city of Woonsocket. There was a fire yesterday afternoon, right here on Park Avenue. Not on the end that we're on. We're a little closer to Park Square, but down towards the other end of the street, and it displaced 10 people, 8 adults and 2 kids. Nobody was hurt getting out.
Thank
That's
God.
good. That's the great thing. Now they do say several cats are unaccounted for. I don't know how many's in a several, but after the fire was out and they went in, firefighters didn't find any cats. Not alive, not dead. They didn't find any. Well, as I like to say, animals are not stupid. And if they can find a way out, we're taking off.
They don't seem to be as stupid as some humans.
So they can smell the smoke, they can feel the heat. I'm out of here, and I'm going out a busted window. I'm going out any kind of hole I can get out of, and I'm out of here. So maybe they'll come walking back. You never know. Of course, now they're out in the wild. Who knows what might happen to them? But it's just, isn't that weird? They didn't find any. No animal carcasses at all.
Well, we were down in Bermuda, and there are chickens all over the place down there. If you've ever been in any of the Caribbean countries, even in Key West, there are chickens everywhere.
Just walking the streets?
Just walking the streets.
Well, who owns them?
I don't know. So I asked our tour guide, I said, why are there so many chickens all over the place in Bermuda? And they said, well, one year we had a hurricane, and the chickens were all in coops, and the coops broke up.
Okay.
The chickens got out all over the place, and ever since then, that's where they've been. All over the place.
But who collects their eggs? Does anybody do that? So no one owns the chick. They're wild chickens.
They're just wild chickens.
Okay.
Free range.
Free range. Okay, but if
There
you
go.
want to,
Free range.
that's Melissa Murray. Everybody, hi Melissa.
Good morning.
If you want to, could you pick one up if you could? Grab one off the street and kill it and cook it? Is that okay, or is that against the law?
I don't know. I can't see why you wouldn't.
If they don't belong to anybody, and
Doesn't belong to anybody.
So
As I said, even Key West, there's chickens everywhere.
They just walk around, huh? Oh well, okay.
You can't slaughter a chicken within the city limits of Woonsocket. I know that for a fact. That's a law.
Well, what if you own them?
You still can't.
Why not? They're your chickens.
It was part of the legislation. If you wanted backyard chickens, you cannot.
But you can't kill them.
Nope. You have to bring them somewhere to get properly.
Where do you bring them?
I guess you could probably bring them to like a farm or something. I mean, I go to Buffoni's and I get
Freshly killed chicken?
Yeah.
You
Really
can't
good.
kill your own chickens?
You can't kill your own chickens.
Well, not in the city.
Not in the city.
You can bring it someplace else.
You can bring it somewhere else.
To kill your own chicken.
You can kill your kids, but you can't
That's okay.
kill your
That's-
chickens.
We got to have rules,
There's no law against that.
Wow. All right. All right. Melissa was here, so she took part in a couple of events over the
Oh
weekend.
my gosh, what an amazing weekend.
Tell us about Twilight on the Blackstone, which was on Saturday night.
Well,
over
first
300 people there, right?
Yeah, 321 guests.
Wow.
Which is more than we have ever had. And I think, so the first year, we'll back up a little bit because on Friday night, we had the final Levitt concert.
Yes.
It was so nice. I don't know, averaging about 500 people.
Or so.
It's hard because people are kind of like sitting
They're so
everywhere.
spread
So
out.
you want to like get a big picture of the crowd. You can't really.
Yeah.
But it was the 70th concert. They had a big 70 up on top. It was all lit. Everything was just absolutely beautiful. The weather was perfect.
That's right. It was year 7, so 7 times 10.
Yep. And everyone had a great time and wrapped up. And then the next night we had Twilight on the Blackstone. So 7, it's been running for 7 years, not 7 consecutive, as we took some breaks during COVID. The first year, I think, I said, I'd be happy if we had 100 people. It'd be great if we had 150. And we had close to 200, but never 300. And people came from all over the state. It was great. Everyone thought it was beautiful. The weather was, again, perfect.
It was perfect.
The band was incredible.
Food good?
The food was fantastic. Mike Hero and his family, specifically his daughter, did a 5-course meal, and oh my gosh, the food was phenomenal. So, yeah, it was great. So, huge shout out to Margot Morso and Susie Kerwin, who co-chair the event and took over for me. I did it for 5 years, and then that was enough. I very much enjoy just showing up and actually being able to eat with my guests and like not run around crazy. But I know how much work goes into it. It's an incredible amount of work in planning. So that was really great. And So, feeling really great about the community events. And then last night,
Fundraiser for
it was
Tabitha.
a fundraiser for Tabitha Westerhouse from Missy's Family Restaurant. The place was packed. What a
Great.
heart-moving, emotional event. I believe.
Was she there?
She was there.
Wow. Okay.
She was
could
there.
I'm glad she could make it.
People just dug deep and donated, and I believe, when I heard, it was $17,000.
Wow.
But I believe there must have been more. Because more people came in after that. So, our city's not perfect, but this weekend was really like a showing of what our potential could be, and also that when we have somebody in need in the community, we just show up for each other.
Yeah.
We just do it. We make it happen, and I love that about us.
I'm amazed at that how much money was raised. 'Cause,
Me too.
Tickets were $25 a person, or $30 at the door.
But there was raffles, and
I know there were
think
raffles. I go, but if they make it to, I thought if
more.
they make it to $5,000,
Yeah, same.
that's going to be great.
Same.
But triple it that's fantastic.
People just came out and gave because,
Mm-hmm.
this is like a woman who, first of all, Judy, who owns Missy's, the whole family,
Mm-hmm.
they feed, they must have fed hundreds of people, probably thousands of people by now, right?
Yeah.
For Thanksgiving, free Thanksgiving
Free
dinner,
Thanksgiving
or whoever
meals.
wants it. So, people remember that.
Yeah.
Hey, when I didn't have Thanksgiving dinner, I could just go there and, or pick one up.
And now they need help.
Yeah, right? So you get what you give, right?
Wow. Well, that's the way it's supposed to
be.
work.
That's the way it's supposed to be. But no, what a great weekend in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, top
all the
notch.
way around, and then unfortunately we had the fire.
And then
Sunday.
that was crazy. Propane tank, I understand,
I haven't
exploded.
heard.
It was
Really? Is that what
it
happened?
was
Wow.
yeah.
No, Melissa's the big. She's our animal person.
I did hear that there was 3 cats that are
Unaccounted for.
unaccounted for.
Yep. Didn't find them alive, but didn't find them dead. Who knows where they are?
Who knows?
But
Right?
they just, the heat and the smoke, it took off.
Hopefully they could get out.
Hopefully they got out. But the firemen went in and looked around, and we didn't find any dead cats. So they must have got out. We hope.
I hope so.
Unless they go back today and try to see
So
if they
was it a
find them today.
propane tank for a grill?
I think so, because it looked like it was on the outside, the back of the house, but wow, what a fireball! It was
Oh,
just
yeah.
I think
They didn't
so.
say what might have caused it to explode.
Don't know.
Just I don't know. Okay, all right. And in case if you're in the market, you've been looking for a house on Nantucket. You looking for a house on Nantucket?
Oh yeah.
Bill Belichick's house is for sale,
Oh gosh.
and it's but I'm thinking it's Nantucket. Mm-hmm. It's rather small. It's only 2 bedrooms,
Yep.
although there is 2 baths,
Yeah.
and he only wants $4 million for it.
Only
I go,
$4 million?
Well, I know, I know, and it sounds silly, but I'm like, well, what are the prices of the other houses on
They're
Nantucket?
insanely
I go,
expensive. They've always been expensive.
I'm thinking this is probably a bargain.
They were in the million, in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's
So-
always been.
So this is a deal.
Well, it costs a lot to take care of his girl, so he's got to sell that house.
Well, he just can't make it up to Nantucket as much as he wants to
Right.
now that he's in North Carolina, and college football season, basically starts this week. Some started this past week. I don't know when. I'm not following it that close. I don't know when North Carolina starts, but he won't be vacationing in Nantucket anytime soon. So this is just kind of a waste. So
Poor
let's get rid
guy.
of it. But I'm like, when I saw I said $4 million. That's all. It's just under $4 million. So 3.9.
Does it say the square footage?
No,
I'm guessing that it's
no.
probably small because they have very strict building
they?
codes
It
there.
begs the question, how many houses does he have?
Well, he had one in Massachusetts for a while, besides
Yeah,
Nantucket,
yeah.
and then he bought the one on Nantucket. And now he's must have sold the other one that he had in Mass, and now he's down in North Carolina. So I don't know how many. It doesn't have the square footage. I would like to know. It uses the word cottage, which makes you think
Yes.
small right off the bat.
Yep.
And it just
They
says
usually are.
2 bedroom, 2 bath, and that's it. He's owned it for 10 years now, though. Mm-hmm. But now it's just time to
They're usually just little plain shingle
yeah.
cottages. And then in town, they have
All
like
right, but AJ, you
mansions
said
and stuff. But
the cottage is one of several properties on Nantucket that's owned by Belichick. So he owns more than just this.
oh, okay.
Ah,
So maybe
all
he's
right.
just selling off the little one.
That's one place I've never been. I've been to Martha's Vineyard, but not Nantucket.
Have you been to Block Island?
Yes.
Okay. I've never been to either one, Nantucket or Martha's Vineyard.
But I've been to
I've been to the
Nantucket
block.
and Martha's Vineyard, but I haven't been to Martha's Vineyard in a very long time.
Yeah. You been
We
to Block
were
Island?
we were lucky enough, so fortunate, to have family friends that had basically like a compound in Nantucket, and they would let us use it was like a tiny little loft, like it was probably, and it's probably like $5 million, right?
Oh,
but
sure.
like we would stay there for a week every summer, but only because we knew someone.
Well, right. Okay.
Until they sold it off, and they were like, okay,
Can't use
stay
it
here
anymore unless you want to rent it.
No.
When was the last time you went to Martha's Vineyard, AJ?
Several years ago, maybe
A long
10
time.
years.
Yeah. Okay. How was the ferry ride?
Good.
Remember? No,
Good.
smooth enough, not crazy.
In fact, the weekend we were there was the weekend. In fact, I think that's the last weekend we were there was when John Kennedy's plane went down.
Oh, you were on
Yikes.
Martha's Vineyard when that happened?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Did you go down to the beach and look for like when the suitcases came up on the beach?
No.
No. Wow. It must have been crazy on the island at that time. People, press. I mean, running around trying to find the stories and
Oh
things
yeah.
like that.
I imagine.
Wow. All right, we're gonna
So
take a
wait. Have you ever
Yeah.
been to Block Island?
Yes. It's been a while, about 20
I have,
years
yeah.
or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you been to Ballard's over there?
Yes, once.
Yep.
I can't remember. Nothing happened. There were no fights.
There were no fights
Nothing.
when I was there.
I'm
either.
trying to remember I think I went to another bar. The first time I've ever seen this happen. It happened at a bar called the Oar.
Yeah.
Okay, you know.
I know the bar.
Okay.
I don't like.
Do you know
yeah.
the Oar?
Yeah.
Okay, I was there when the sun was setting, and it's unbelievable. I don't know if they still do this, but everything stops, and the bartenders said, "Okay, everybody outside," and we don't sell any alcohol. You go outside for about 15 minutes, and everyone watches the sunset.
That's a great idea.
It is a great idea.
Well,
And
they
you
do
just-
that in Key West every night.
They must got it from that idea from them. And then when the sun sets, okay, everybody back inside. We take 15 minutes, everybody
Yeah.
relaxes, and watch the sunset.
Yeah.
Because it's beautiful.
You
Right.
know, it's crazy in Key West because in the afternoon, vendors start showing up on the pier.
Mhm.
And by late afternoon, the pier is crowded with vendors and with spectators. And at sunset, just as you said on Block Island, everything stops. People turn around, watch the sunset, applaud,
Yeah. Okay.
and then everyone disappears.
Oh, really?
In no
the
time
vendors
at
too?
all, everyone
Just
disappears.
goes
yeah.
away? Wow. Well, that's cool.
I love it.
All right, let's take a break here in the Coffee and program. More coming your way right here on ON Radio.
ON Radio. At George's Breakfast and Lunch, 793 Harris Avenue in Woonsocket, otherwise known as George's Restaurant, you'll get a chance to see John cook up whatever it is you want. Just a plate of eggs and bacon, or a beautiful omelet made with all kinds of interesting and fresh and delightful things, or at lunchtime, maybe you want a big bowl of chicken soup. Hearty, oh, you'll never have another bowl of chicken soup like you get at George's, that's for sure. Or any of the tuna melts or special sandwiches or regular meal. It's up to you at George's Breakfast and Lunch. Drop on by. Now, they're not open on Tuesdays, and you got to bring cash, but George's Breakfast and Lunch will leave a lasting impression on you all the time. George's Breakfast and Lunch is at 793 Harris Avenue, Woonsocket.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey, more like Mira joyed that Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? It looks amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret, it's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com, new, NORDICUSA.com, or CVS.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
Oh, and worldwide.
And it's Coffee Ann here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here. Melissa Murray. AJ Brissett is here. I'm Joe Callahan. Now, this happened about a few days ago. I just heard about it. But the saxophone player for John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, he passed away.
Oh, no.
His name is Michael Antunes. They just called him Tunes. Pretty clever. 85 years old.
Really?
Passed away. And if you've seen the movie, Eddie and the Cruisers, see the movie?
No.
No? Yeah. Oh, well, then never mind. He's in the movie, playing the saxophone player for Eddie and the Cruisers. Ironically, he dies in the movie. How about that? But they came out.
Is he local?
Fall River.
Yeah.
Came from a musical family. His mother and father were from Cape Verdean, I think, and they played instruments and stuff like that. And he's just a very good saxophone player. And
It was a good band.
And they still play around. They're a little devastated right now that their saxophone player has passed away. But that just because I played last week, I played a Beaver Brown song, and someone called and said, "Yeah, he passed away," because I hadn't heard. And I looked it up, and it's like, and sure enough, he had. And then the Beaver Brown Band came out over the weekend. All right, we were making the announcement that our friend and our colleague has passed away. It's like, wow. So sad, huh?
It is sad.
So, all right, so let's see. So we have I know Fitchburg, Mass. is kind of far away, but there's a reason I'm bringing it up. A small plane flipped over. It was landing at the Fitchburg Municipal Airport, which is kind of like what's the one we got in Lincoln over here?
The little yeah.
North Central.
Thank you.
I
so
couldn't
it's like that. I couldn't
remember
remember the name
it. It's so
of
small.
it. But the pilots from Uxbridge, and they won't.
They flipped.
It flipped over while they were landing. Yeah.
My grandson lives there in Uxbridge.
Okay.
And
fly airplanes?
No, but
that's not him. Okay.
I've often asked him,
yeah.
What is an ux and why does it need a bridge?
Does he have an answer?
No.
No. He's got to work on that. The unidentified pilot was landing a vintage aircraft at the airport on Saturday when it flipped because of wind conditions.
It was windy.
The pilot walked away from the overturned plane and was treated for minor injuries. The airport was closed for several hours on Saturday because of the crash, which remains under investigation. So,
wow, glad he walked away. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, really.
That's great. It makes you. It doesn't say, but I wonder how's the airplane? Did it survive?
Well, did they ever upright it?
It doesn't. Well, you have to.
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say, but that's how we got to get it up on its wheels and get it out of here.
Yeah. That's...
Now, your grandson, living in Uxbridge, is he near? Well, never mind. The question is wrong. I'm thinking there's an airport in Uxbridge. It's just that the pilot's from Uxbridge. Okay, never mind. Because where I live in Mansfield, I'm right in the landing pattern of a municipal airport, and sometimes you can be talking to someone in the house and you got to stop talking because the planes are coming over the house.
Oh, really?
So
that
low.
loud? Really?
Well, the doors are open, the windows are open. It's like you get away from and they're just coming right over the treetops. And I'm like, knock on wood, I've lived there over 20 years. No one's clipped the treetops yet. So, but we've had accidents over there.
Does that happen all day and night with the planes?
Not too much at night, because I don't think there are runway lights. It's a small airport, so the planes only land when they can see, obviously.
How often during the day? Because that's got to be
depending on the day. More on the weekends because people are out flying, and so during the day not too bad. But I would say at least 5 times on a Saturday and a Sunday.
Wow.
Planes are coming, and it only lasts for a few seconds, so it's not.
Well, you got planes, I've got trains.
And you get trains, yeah. But when we bought the house, we knew we were in the landing pattern, so we can't complain. The planes are too loud,
right.
kind of thing. the coolest thing that ever happened, and this happened over 20 years ago, when the Red Sox were in the 2004 World Series, and the AmeriQuest blimp was flying over Fenway Park, and they would show it every now and then, and some of the games went into extra innings, and now it's like midnight. It's 1 a.m. They're still playing baseball. They even said, I remember this. Joe Buck, I think it was Joe Buck, said on national TV, it's so late the AmeriQuest blimp had to go. As soon as he said it, it was coming over my house because I could hear it coming. And went outside.
Blimp
I go,
outside?
see the AmeriQuest blimp. It was landing at the airport because that's where they tied up.
That is so funny.
And it's funny because
How many people can say like, "Oh, a blimp flew over
my house, right over the treetops," and it's funny because you could see it the next day. Blimps don't land on the ground. You gotta have people on the ground. They gotta throw ropes out, and they tie up by the nose on a 20-foot pole, and that's how they stay secure. So to get out of the blimp, you gotta climb down a ladder.
So they tether it.
They tether it is right, yeah. So they gotta throw out the the ladder out the window.
Have you ever ridden in a blimp?
No, I have not.
Have you ever ridden in a blimp?
No. How about you?
No.
Yeah.
I've never ridden in a
No,
blimp.
okay. It's
Hot air balloon?
Do they give blimp rides?
I think they used to, and then the Hindenburg thing kind of happened, and that kind of put it all. Yeah, we're not going to do that anymore.
I remember there being a blimp like around games and stuff. Like, yeah.
Yeah, the cool thing about
I
having
don't see them anymore. They're not popular.
The cool thing about having the airport right near where I am is, the blimps are there. The med flight helicopters have made that their home. So whenever they have to take off the helicopters, if you ever seen a med flight helicopter take off, it's fascinating and really exhilarating to watch. The other thing was Patriots games take off. Planes fly banners around. They take off from the airport where I am. So and they come back and land there.
So you've got a claim to fame.
A little bit, and if you want to go, there's a nice little restaurant there, for breakfast, a little diner there that they have. So it's nice. It's nice over there. So, all right. So e-bikes they're becoming the thing. There seems to be 1,000 of them in the city, Melissa. Maybe not 1,000, but there seems to be a lot
A few
of e-bikes.
a
Anyway,
few.
you got to be careful because a man has died in Lowell, Massachusetts, because he crashed his e-bike into a car. And if these things could go 20 miles an hour.
You have to really be careful.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be careful, like on any bike.
Yeah.
Any kind, like, whether it's a motorcycle or just a bicycle. Like, it's just crazy out there.
The man was not wearing a helmet because you don't have to.
Yeah.
But at the time of the crash, he later died after being airlifted to a Boston hospital. No information on the victim involved in the crash, which remains under investigation. No word on how he died. Doesn't say did he die of brain injury or not, but they just said he wasn't wearing one. So
I mean, in general, we don't have very safe streets. Like, people don't like to share the road. They don't like to, be courteous to folks
that's true.
on vehicles like that. But
no, AJ, you're down in Pawtucket. Do you see a lot of e-bikes on the roads?
A lot.
Are they on the roads or are they on the sidewalks? Because I see them on the sidewalks here
so
in Woonsocket.
that is a problem. Yeah.
What do you see in Pawtucket?
The
AJ?
majority of them are on the road, but
Okay.
I'm surprised how many are on the sidewalks. I don't think that's legal.
They're not supposed to. Legal.
Supposed to follow the rules
I'm not
of the road.
sure what legal is because they're not registered, so the cops don't have to pull them over. They're like regular bikes, but
with a bicycle, I mean,
Yeah.
I was always taught, like, if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
on a vehicle,
You're on the
including
road.
a bicycle, you follow rules of the road. Meaning, like, if you're on your bicycle and there's a red light, you stop and you
Right.
make sure you don't just keep going or you're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to be in the road going with the flow of traffic, which is kind of a scary thing because like cars are coming out behind you.
I see it
But-
in this city going against the traffic.
Going as the traffic on
Yeah.
the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk.
No, because you're gonna just like
Yeah.
hit somebody on the sidewalk and it's gonna be a bad scene.
The
So
thing
you-
is, when you're on a bike, you
Yes.
have to have eyes around your head
Yeah.
because, like you said earlier, people in cars and trucks just don't care.
All right, so it's the same issue you get down in Pawtucket down here up here as well. Pawtucket's got some things coming up soon.
A lot
for,
of things
festivals.
coming up.
What's coming up in
Yeah,
Pawtucket?
the Arts Festival, the Crafts Festival.
Where does that take place?
Well, some of it is taking place downtown. Some of
Okay.
it is taking place at the new stadium.
Oh, at the soccer stadium. Okay.
Yeah, in fact, they had a big event there a week or so ago with food trucks.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It was an all-day thing,
Yeah.
and there were quite a lot of people there. And then
Was there a game too, or is it just that event?
just that event.
Okay.
And then the Philharmonic comes to Slater Park in early September every year.
Uh-huh.
And it's got to be at least 1,000 people who attend that concert. It's a free concert, and it's great.
They play in that gazebo type thing, or are they on the grass somewhere?
No, they play right across the street from the pond, the duck pond.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
And
that
they-
kind of ends the festival, right? Like it happens at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you got the Chinese boat races coming. Are they coming back this year?
The dragon boat races,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because-
always a big event.
That'll be down there where the soccer stadium is now too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Are you disappointed with what's going on at Apex?
No, I think
No.
what's going on at Apex should have happened a long time ago.
But they've taken down the white pyramid
Yeah,
thing.
I know.
All
Yeah,
the stuff
it's
is the
just
frame. It's like,
That makes
oh.
me feel bad
Right.
because that was
That was an icon.
it was.
It was a structure that everybody knew. And you go by the Apex building down 95
wonder
North
of the
to
world.
South. Yeah.
I used
and
to
now
be-
it's just a frame.
I used to be a
Yeah.
tour guide on the Blackstone River cruises,
Oh, okay.
and coming out of Providence toward Pawtucket, you can see that very clearly. The
The
pyramid I'm
the
talking
pyramid,
about
Okay.
from the river, and it's just a beautiful sight.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
And now it's, jeez. Now
I
they-
remember always getting I always going there around Easter. My grandmother would take me there, and we would get an Easter dress. She's like was big into holidays, So it was either get like light blue or like a lavender or yellow, some kind of pastel color, white hat, white gloves, white patent leather shoes, like just the whole thing. We would go to Apex. That's what I
Alright.
remember about Apex.
Okay.
That was always so popular and so busy
Yes.
for years and years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I love telling this story about my mother, who honest as the day is long, and she went to Apex because she wanted to buy a typewriter, basically for my older brother and sister, so they could type out papers for high school and maybe college, and she picked out one. And you remember how you had to go pick up stuff at Apex? You didn't get it off the floor. You had to go around that corner.
Yes.
And it came down the chute, and they handed it to you. Well, what came down the chute was not what she picked up off the shelf. She picked up a manual typewriter, and they handed her an electric typewriter.
Ooh.
And she thought about it for maybe a second and said, "Thank you very much," and took it and left. Now, possibly, they didn't have any manual typewriters left in storage. They said, "Well, I'll just give her an electric one," or they made a mistake. We don't know, and we were never called on it. They never called her back. Said we gave her the wrong one, so we got an electric typewriter. She paid the price of like a manual one. So she paid $30 instead of probably like $100 back then for an electric typewriter. So that was
Yeah.
a big deal.
Well, you asked me about Apex a moment ago, and what saddens me more than that is to see McCoy Stadium torn down. Now, you worked there for a long
Yes.
time.
And I went there I never saw anything being knocked down, but I went there on certain occasions, and it was getting smaller and smaller. And I've been there now where now there's nothing.
There's nothing.
Except the foul poles are still there. Somehow they're making that part of the new high school. Not quite sure
Really?
how, but yes. So, but to see nothing is just that sad.
It is sad. It's
There's
very
just
sad
nothing's
because
there.
McCoy Stadium it was there my whole life.
Yeah,
It was built when in the 30s, right?
40s, I think.
40s.
Yeah,
I thought it was part
I
of
thought
the.
it was 1942 that it was dedicated.
Okay, but they even tore out the track over there.
And the football field, yeah, that's all part of the
Right.
where
right.
the high school's going.
Exactly.
Probably going to be parking now.
I can't even picture a high school big enough for both high schools.
Have you seen the drawings for it?
No,
Okay, it's going to be like 4 or 5 stories tall.
it's got to be.
So it's going to be huge. You're right, to fit Shea and Tolman into one school. So, and plus parking for everybody, teachers and students and like that. So yeah, But when is it gonna be ready? I don't think they've even started.
No,
Yeah, so
they haven't.
like-
It'll be a long time, I think, before
Yeah.
that school is ready. But also what saddens me is they did a beautiful job building the new Winters School, but nobody maintains the grounds,
is that up to the city?
I guess.
Well, let's get Don Gravian on the phone there, AJ. Today, hey, what's going on over here? All right, we got to take another break here on the Coffee and Program. More coming your way. Time for the forecast, being brought to you by Unbound.org.
Becoming mostly sunny today with a high of 82. Tonight, mostly clear skies, overnight low of 57. Tuesday's weather, sunshine and 79. Wednesday, mostly sunny and 75. Thursday, mostly sunny and 77. Friday, chance of showers, partial sunshine with a high of 75. Saturday and the Labor Day weekend, sunny with a high of 73. And Sunday, mostly sunny with a high of 76 degrees.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, cloudy skies and a temperature reading of, hang on for a minute. We're going to get something out of the way here. 67 degrees. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. An elder in Guatemala dreams of being part of a community. Reach out and change the world, and it will change your own at unbound.org.
Every choice counts. When you drink and drive, you're not just risking your life, you're risking everyone's. One moment of carelessness can change everything. A family, a future, a life. Gone in an instant. Make the smart choice. Call a ride, stay safe, and protect those you love. Don't drink and drive. This timely message brought to you by Zamarelli Law of Pawtucket. Follow them on Facebook.
Is your relationship with your bank in a rut? Might be time for someone new. At Navigant Credit Union, we offer better rates, fewer fees, and support that puts you first. Don't put it off. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
ON Worldwide.
It is Coffee In on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Melissa Murray. AJ Brissett is here as well. Something else, just been talking about Pawtucket and McCoy Stadium. Another thing about Pawtucket, and you worked there for a while, is Memorial Hospital.
Yes, I did work there for a while.
You must be sad about what's going on. Well, nothing's going on with it right now.
I am very saddened by what's happened to it.
Are they? I've heard rumors. Homeless shelter. I've heard let's turn into apartments. Have you heard anything about anything permanent they want to do with that building besides make it graffiti filled?
No, I haven't.
All right.
Just what you've said. Apartments for homeless and low income.
Yeah.
There's a section of the hospital that still is functioning, a small section, and it's very busy.
What do they do there?
It's like
an urgent care?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought the whole thing was just abandoned.
No. But most of it is in shambles. The city, the owner has not taken care of it, so the city has had to go in and make some repairs just to keep people from breaking in.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I know since it's closed, Miriam Hospital, the amount of people that go there now is through the roof.
Right.
Because it's the closest one.
Yeah.
Right.
Other than that, you go to Rhode Island Hospital or maybe come up to Landmark, but that's even a further drive for people that live in that area. So Miriam's just, I don't know how they're handling the flow of people that go to that.
It's not going to get any better. Our hospital systems are
I don't either.
in dire straits right now. Our whole healthcare system is in dire straits right now.
In fact, I've heard some people have been going to Kent because Rhode Island and Miriam have not been able to handle
We've got too many
the traffic.
already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Well, there's South County Hospital if you want to go to South Kingstown. There's Newport if you want to pay money and go over the bridges.
There's Boston.
There's Boston. That's nearby. Sturdy that's probably even closer than some of the others if you want to go across the border.
Yeah.
But then you got to worry about your health insurance and things like that. Not of network and in-network and all that fun.
Yeah, it's
fun
going to be
stuff.
a big problem, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of those hospitals in the urban areas, they have a diverse payer mix, which means that they are dependent on a lot of Medicaid dollars. And so because Medicaid is going to be cut and people are going to be probably getting dropped from Medicaid, then,
great.
Right. So people will be going and, they go and they, like, folks are uninsured, and it's not going to be good for the hospitals. It's not.
AJ, have you taken a drive over by Sturdy Hospital to see what they've done?
I have. I've been by there very recently. There's
It's
a big expansion
incredible
program
what-
going on over there.
So much so that it used to be, they used to tell you, because I know I had to bring my wife for same-day surgery. Oh yeah, you had to come in the emergency department and figure your way that way. Okay, that's come to an end. I got the notice. Okay, no more of that. Now you have to come in through the main doors for that, and don't go through the emergency department. Only for emergencies, go to the emergency room. But AJ, you must have gone through this. If you've ever walked through the halls of Sturdy Hospital, you're a rat trying to find the cheese.
Yes,
The maze of
it's a maze.
hallways in there is incredible. And if it's down this down this hallway, and then take the elevator, go down 2 floors, get off, go down that hallway, get on another elevator, go up 3 floors,
Oh my gosh.
and go down this hallway, and then take a left. It's like it's bizarre
It
how
is.
how that hospital is laid out.
I wonder how long it takes a new employee to learn his or her way around.
Where am I? They should put little information people at different corners.
Where is Waldo?
How do I get to this place? Where is? And for simple things like I just need an X-ray. Where do I go?
It's wild they had you walking through the emergency department, though. That's not very safe. That's not good.
You had to do that for a while.
Yeah, that's wild.
Walk into the emergency department and then
You don't want
go
just
around
anybody walking around, so.
They did.
Hopefully you had to give you a little tag or ID or something.
No. There was security at the door. Not that they stopped you or anything like that. But it put extra work on the emergency room people.
Yeah, because
not
they're
the
like, oh,
nurses.
where am I? Right,
It's
right.
the administrators who now became information. How do I get here?
Wayfinding.
How do I get
Yeah.
here? Well, are you here for us? Are you here for something else? I'm here for something else.
Is that hospital the closest to where you live?
It was a real. We were right in the middle of 3 hospitals, and it's Sturdy, Norwood in Norwood, Mass, when it was open, and then Brockton.
Wow.
So so you had your choice of which one you wanted to go to. Sturdy is slightly closer.
I would imagine Brockton must be a haul, though, from where you live.
It's a little longer to get to, but not by much. By about 5, maybe 10 minutes, because you can go up, and as soon as you get to Route 24, then it's kind of a straight shot. But it's getting to 24 that can be a bit of an issue. Norwood was always nice, but man, I don't know what happened up there. They had that big flood. They had to close, and it has never reopened. They've started to rebuild it, but I don't know, money issues. I don't know what has stopped it, but it's not open, which is too bad.
And they always said right after the flood that they were going to reopen it as quickly as they could.
Yep, and I don't know if it must be a money thing or something like that. So, all right, and I always liked Norwood Hospital. All right, sometimes things take on a life of their own, nationwide, and I never know why they just do. But have you over the weekend? Cracker Barrel decided to change their logo, and people are just like, they're going. Have you seen this, Agent? People are going.
I haven't.
They're going crazy. You can't do this. So, do you know the old Cracker Barrel logo? It's it says Cracker Barrel, and there's
It's like brown and orange. It's very dated.
and there's a man sitting like in an Adirondack chair or a rocking chair, kind of rocking. All right, that was the old one, and they changed it. They say they kept the same colors, and now
which are horrendous, but
it is pretty ugly. It's like yellow and black. But the guy's gone, the barrel is gone, and it just says Cracker Barrel. That's all it says. It's just
folks were losing their minds over this.
Yeah,
saying like crazy things like "This is my culture. You can't erase it." Like that the new Cracker Barrel logo was woke. Like, what is happening right now? It's just like,
and not only that, but they're
there's like all these knockoff logos of like people.
But now they're hoping because their stock prices took a hit. People were selling the stock. People were selling the stock in Cracker Barrel because they didn't like the new logo, and they're hoping for a rebound because it took a hit when they unveiled their new logo. The revamped logo offers a simple design that removes the old man and carefully sketched barrel, but fans of the restaurant quickly rebuked the change. Cracker Barrel's new design resulted in nearly a $100 million loss at one point last week. Despite widespread criticism and economic uncertainty, the company has not signaled that it will return to the original design. And it's just, I'm like, okay, they want to change their logo. Okay, change their logo.
Okay, right. It's just like lots of brands rebrand themselves after decades of and they have those orange and brown.
Yeah.
Nobody likes those colors.
In the greens.
Why didn't they just do it completely different? Why did they keep the same colors?
It's so similar to what they had.
Yeah, right.
In the grand scheme of things, how important is that?
Well, it's not.
It doesn't change the
people
taste
need to get
of
a life.
food. Right, I know.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with the food.
Nothing to do with the food.
Cracker Barrel, I like Cracker Barrel's food.
I've eaten there a couple of times. I think, you know what I don't like about Cracker Barrel, though? I think if you go there for dinner and you get one of their dinner entrees, they don't give you enough. But if you go there and get breakfast, they give you a ton of food.
Breakfast is cheap, though.
Yeah.
Breakfast is cheap.
So
to
that's what I always thought about Cracker
I've only
Barrel.
been there for breakfast.
Well, you can get breakfast anytime. So it's actually
well,
pretty
it's
good.
not crowded right now, so maybe it's a good time to go.
Now's the time to buy their stocks.
Yes, it's low. All right.
Unbelievable.
So back to what's going on, what's wrong with the world. Unconfirmed reports of an active shooter at the University of South Carolina.
Yes.
And a false report at Villanova University led to lockdowns on both campuses and evacuations.
Yeah.
The word goes out that there's a shooter and lock in place or get wherever you got to go to be safe kind of thing. So real panic setting in on these campuses, and they were completely unfounded. Let's see, USC, South Carolina, ordered students and staff on its Columbia campus to shelter in place, saying an active shooter had been reported on campus. It went out at 6:30 p.m., warning people to avoid the area and evacuate or barricade if necessary.
There was a time when schools, regardless of the level, were considered safe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. But then they had come out, there was no evidence of a shooter. And at Villanova, a hoax report temporarily disrupted things on campus. It was the second fake shooter report at that school in a week. Don't know what it's coming from. Is it coming from the inside? Is it coming from students?
Wow.
Kind of early in the year for the students to be disgruntled about what's going on. Or is it coming from outside the campus? I don't know.
Well, the kids who are, young adults who are there now are of the age where they've always had active shooter drills in their schools.
That's right.
They've actually grown up with it.
Right.
I never experienced that, but we were saying the other night, you're not safe anywhere. Movie theater, the mall, just,
It's
at your
scary,
school,
though,
yeah.
for kids and for parents sending their children to school, not feeling that their kids are safe.
Yeah, right. Right.
It's
You assume when you send your child out the door that they're going to come
Everything will
back
be fine.
and everything's going to be normal.
Right.
But that's not the case anymore, unfortunately. And I was sitting next to somebody whose child was at that school, and we were having that conversation. So, yeah, it's pretty scary.
All right. Let's see. Other bizarre things going on in the world. A British Airways flight attendant was found naked and apparently high on drugs in the bathroom of an airplane that was going to Heathrow Airport. Not sure where it was coming from. According to the BBC, Hayden Pentecost had methamphetamines and amphetamines in his system, fighting it out. While on the job, they were coming from California to London. Pentecost was said
It's
to
a
be...
long flight.
That is a really long flight.
To be...
Well, he was sweating, so I guess he was hot.
So he took off
So he
all
took
of
his
his clothes
clothes.
in the bathroom.
And babbling in flight and appeared agitated. He had to be removed from his duties by his manager after he failed to assist with any pre-flight safety checks. Hey, how about take him off the plane?
Really?
If he's not doing any of the pre-flight safety checks.
Right, you're not even up in the
Yes,
air,
just-
right?
Yeah.
Boot him off.
Or if you catch them after the plane is taken off, give them a parachute.
I don't know if they have. Well, maybe the pilot does. Pentecost then locked himself in one of the bathroom stalls, saying he had cramps and needed to change his clothes, only for a coworker to later find him not wearing anything and incoherent.
Drugs will do that to you.
Yeah, don't do that.
Something I've never, I've never
A
questioned.
12-hour flight or however long it is, right? I mean, from California to
that's a long flight.
to the UK. That's a long.
Of all the flights I've been on, the flight attendants are always very coherent. They're always very nice.
Yeah.
Professional and knew their jobs. I've never had what I would consider a bad flight attendant.
No, only
Maybe
in the,
cranky a little bit,
maybe.
Only in the movies until now.
yeah.
And you can see where they'd be cranky if you ever talk to them. And I've been on flights where whatever flight I was on, this was their second flight of the day, and we were landing, let's say, in Providence or Boston. They were getting on another flight and going to like North Carolina.
Right.
Their day was not done.
Oh,
they do like 3 flights in a day, just bang, bang, bang. So wow, I didn't. Same with the pilots, I guess. Maybe unless the pilots changed, but I didn't think about it. You think it's just that the flight attendants are just doing that one flight, but no. Especially if it's an hour flight or a 2-hour flight. Oh no, you got more work to do. Mm-hmm. I was like, wow, it's a long time to be up flying around. So it just says, wow.
Don't do a lot of drugs on your long-term flight.
No, you shouldn't be doing that at all.
My gosh.
All right, another quick break coming up here on Coffee and more coming up. Stay tuned.
This is ON Radio. Whether you own a restaurant or an auto repair shop, you need as many customers as you can get. Every business does. Don't limit yourself to one newspaper. Get the power of 2 daily newspapers for the price of 1. The Blackstone Valley's Call and Times deliver customers from all over the valley with just 1 phone call. Phone 767-8500 for twice the effectiveness over twice the area. The Call and the Times.
Ugh. Kitchen ants, runaway roaches, a spider. A spider! Relax. Just use Zevo. Zevo insect killer sprays use a powerful blend of mint and rosemary to eliminate those pests and up to 20 other bug types. Plus, Zevo is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Just spray the bugs and wipe them away. Zevo. People friendly, bug deadly.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ON Radio.
All right. We were just talking. I read a story last week that a Justin Bieber lookalike talked himself into a Las Vegas nightclub, and then talked himself up to go up on stage and sing. And he got through a couple of songs of Justin Bieber's before they said, "This isn't him."
Was he any good?
See, I think that's the problem.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It doesn't sound like Justin Bieber at all.
Well, Justin Bieber uses a lot of auto-tune, so I don't think Justin Bieber actually sounds like Justin Bieber.
All right, well, Powerball's up to $750 million. Nobody won on Saturday.
Well, I didn't buy tickets.
I didn't win a thing.
Oh, okay.
So nothing this time. So, but 750, and it's tonight's the drawing. All right.
Okay.
So if you want to get out there,
and what are your chances now?
they don't even tell you that anymore. It's so astronomical they don't
Yeah.
even tell you anymore.
Right.
Well, I always tell my grandson if I win, I'll give him $1.
Well, you should give him 2 because it's $2 to play.
That's true. Okay, $2.
But if you know anyone, tickets sold in New York, Maine, and South Dakota did match 5 numbers, and so they win $1 million.
Okay.
So if you know anybody that,
Not bad.
I'll have to check with
I'd
my
be
son.
satisfied.
I don't know if my son plays these or not, but there you go. Things you got to watch out for in Florida besides the alligators and the very large bugs.
Boa constrictors.
And snakes, right.
Snakes.
But you also have to watch out for lightning. And a man was struck by lightning and survived in Florida.
Wow.
He said he was struck indirectly. He says it was raining just a little, and the strike came out of nowhere. Says he felt an unbearable pain, burning sensation, and he was incapacitated. He was taken to the hospital and was there for several days. A relative started a GoFundMe page that has already raised thousands while he recovers and misses work.
I think Florida has the dubious honor of having the most lightning strikes in the country.
Just lightning like strikes in the ground, or just actually hitting people?
Good question.
Okay, but it's probably
your chances of being struck by lightning are so small.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's why you don't think too much about it. All right.
Right.
Um,
And like, you're never gonna. Well, I'm never gonna be like the tallest thing around. Like, like the lightning always strikes like a tree or whatever.
Yeah,
like, unless you're in a field.
Well, thank God for small favors.
Yeah, right. I know. I'm like, well, lightning's not gonna strike me because I'm never gonna be the tallest thing or person around.
all right. Another question for AJ. When your kids were small, did they collect baseball cards or any kind of collectible cards? Did they do that for a little while?
Yes, I did too when I was small.
Okay. All right. Well, did you collect basketball cards?
I don't remember what I collected. I remember collecting baseball cards and Davy Crockett cards.
Okay. Do you still have them?
No, I wish I did.
Okay.
Right.
I bring it up because a one-of-a-kind Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant basketball card that was expected to sell for more than $6 million broke all expectations over the weekend, and they sold for $12.9 million at auction. Ooh. Yep. The card is from the 2007 to 2008 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection and features autographs from both basketball legends next to different NBA logo patches. That's what makes it unique. All right. The final winning bid was placed on Saturday, which would have been Kobe Bryant's 47th birthday.
Wow.
So, I did for a while. I think all boys do this. I don't know if this was a girl thing to go out and buy cards. Because you looked at it, you go, well, there's really nobody here, so let's stick the cards in your bicycle spokes. You get your clothespins from your mom, and now you had them.
They used playing cards for that, but there were other cards in the '80s, like the Garbage Pail Kid cards, and like
I was too old then.
A-Team cards, and like all of those stuff. Like that, thought it was cool.
Did you put baseball? Did you put cards in your spokes of your bicycles?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Make it sound loud.
Yeah.
So that was always
I
fun.
held on to mine, expecting that someday they would be worth something, but I have no idea what happened to them.
Yeah.
All right. I think my younger brother had a Chet Nichols baseball card.
Wow.
I said, hang on to that, because that might be worth something someday. It's certainly not going to be in the $12.9 million range.
No, unfortunately
maybe
not.
it's $100, but...
Well, I have a Clem Labine hat from Clem himself.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Did he sign it?
Yeah.
Wow.
How'd you get that?
It was his hat. His father gave it to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it a Cleveland Indians hat?
I don't remember.
Because that's who he played for.
I have it, but I
don't know where
I've
it went
met him
to.
several times. The nicest guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got a baseball field named after him here in Woonsocket.
Yeah, we do.
So
yeah.
So there was a bit of a, when you go to the wrestling matches, sometimes you just never know what's part of the show and what's not. And something happened over the weekend. A former UFC champion, Quinton Rampage Jackson, they have fun names too, has issued an apology and expressed that he's very upset following a violent incident involving his son, Raja, at an event in Sun Valley, California on Saturday. According to organizers, Raja, a professional MMA fighter, committed what they described as a selfish, irresponsible act of violence. Video from the event, which was live streamed later, showed on social media, shows Raja entering the ring during an ongoing match and forcibly, which was a wrestling match going on I think it was the WWE thing going on, and forcefully slamming a man to the mat. Why? He then mounted individual and delivered multiple punches to the face and head, continuing the assault even after the man appeared motionless, and then other wrestlers had to come in and separate him. It wasn't part of the show.
Why would you do that?
I think he was hit earlier. Like he was introduced, and I guess the bad guy wrestler hit him, possibly with a chair. I'm not sure about that. And
that's usually always staged.
I know,
right? You're supposed to know.
You know this is coming.
That's coming, and
he got mad. And so when the wrestler started his match, he came right into the ring, started pummeling him. And now the crowd is like, what's going on?
Everyone's like, yay, but then I was like, oh no, wait, this isn't.
Wait a minute, this isn't part of the show. And he looks unconscious.
Yeah, no,
it's just bizarre.
Yeah. Did he get arrested? He should have got arrested.
No, he's just had to issue an apology. Funniest story, Melissa, years ago, AJ and I went to the wrestling matches at the Providence Civic Center.
God knows how hard I've tried to forget.
And I keep bringing it up to him. And AJ wore funny nose and glasses because he didn't want to be recognized.
Okay. For real.
For real. We're there with the whole crowd. We're walking into the Civic Center. He's there with the Groucho glasses and nose on.
Joe, it was so embarrassing.
Nobody buys those anymore.
Well, he had a pair. So.
I know. They used to be everywhere. Those are fun.
It was... And we
and
still...
the perfect disguise, right?
And
Just like them.
And we still sat with him. So there you go. All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. Always appreciate it. Melissa, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And AJ, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
You.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, I'm Joe Callahan. We'll talk again this afternoon at 2. Stay tuned. Senior Scene is coming up next after the 9 o'clock news on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner, has ordered Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a Salvadoran migrant who's been fighting deportation in court, is reported to an ICE field office in Baltimore.